Sourcing a DBQ document. Analyzing why a document is what it is. What it means to source a document. To source a document is to explain why something about the background or context of that document affects how you interpret and use that document in relation to your thesis or argument. This goes beyond just analyzing the surface level meaning of the document. The general sorts of sourcing that one can do: audience, bias, point of view, intended use, medium. Anything could be a document for history. Remember that a document can be much more than just a written text. Paintings, photos, charts, maps, videos, songs, etc. can all be documents, and they all can have biases, points of view, intended audiences, and the like that affect their meaning. Sourcing the audience of a document. It may matter if a document is going to be read widely or by some smaller group. The importance and effect of a newspaper article aimed at a whole nation will be very different from a letter to a single person. If the intended audience of a document shapes its meaning, explain that. Sourcing the bias of a document. Often the bias of a document matters for how one reads that document. If the creator of the document is particularly opinionated, untrustworthy, neutral, fair, or blinkered in their thinking, that could affect the meaning of the document as it relates to your argument. Sourcing the point of view of a document. Point of view is similar to bias, but it is less emotional. If an author can only see or describe a topic from a limited viewpoint because of their role, class, gender, occupation, geography, ideology, etc., they may miss something or have a particularly important perspective to consider. Sourcing the intended use of a document. The authors of some documents will have a particular purpose in mind for the document they create. This often leads the authors to highlight some issue and perhaps downplay others. If the intended use of the document matters in how one reads the document, explain that. Sourcing the medium of a document. The medium of a document can also matter for the meaning of that document. A chart might mean something different from a painting that deals with the same issue. The diary entry of a person could be very different from a public pronouncement. Source if the medium matters. The general sorts of sourcing that one can do: audience, bias, point of view, intended use, medium. In other words, it might help to think of sourcing as the analysis of what goes on behind the scenes. All documents have a surface level meaning, and you always have to analyze that surface level meaning. All documents also have a deeper meaning based on how or why they were created. To source a document means to shine a light on the significance of that deeper meaning for the point you are trying to make.